Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Today we are going to take our fourth revision video. Let's start with the letter T. T. T capital, T small. What's the sound of the letter T? The sound of the letter T is T. T. Now, the first word that we have is tomato. Come on, repeat after me. T, tomato. T, tent. T, telephone. T, tree. T, table. T, trousers. T, train. Now, how do we write the letter T? T capital starts from the first line and ends at the third line. T small comes between the second line and the third line. Now, T capital, we draw one line, one, then two. One, two. This is how we write T capital. T small, it comes a little bit above the second line. We draw, it's like a slide. It's like a slide. Look, one, then we draw a line across the first line that we've drawn. One, two. One, two. Now, let's find the letter T. T capital or T small. Star. Does it have the letter T? Yes, it does at the middle of the word. T small. Trousers. Trousers. Yes, it does at the beginning of the word T capital. Tent. Yes, it has two T's. One T at the beginning, T capital, and one T at the end, T small. Tent. Tree. T capital at the beginning. Tree. Mouse. Does it have the letter T? No, it does not. Mouse does not have the letter T. Sun. Does it have the letter T? No, it does not. Smart. Smart. Yes, it does. It's the last word. It's the last letter in the word. T small. Now, let's start with the next letter. U. U capital, U small. U capital, U small. What's the sound of the letter U? It's Okay, this is the sound of the letter U. U, umbrella. Come on, repeat after me. U, umbrella. U, uniform. U, up and under. Up and under. Up and under. Okay, how do we write the letter U? The letter U, capital, it comes between the first line and the third line. U small comes between the second line and the third line, and they never reach the fourth line, okay? They never reach the fourth line. We start from up, we go down, down, then to the side, then we go back up. This is U capital. U small is the same, it's just smaller, and it comes between different lines. It comes between the second line and the third line. Look, one, two. We draw a small tail for U small. One, two. This is U capital and this is U small. Now, let's find the letter U, either U capital or U small. Trousers. Does it have the letter U? Yes, it does. This is U small in the middle of the word trousers. Up. Yes, it does. U capital at the beginning. Nest. Does it have the letter U? No, it does not. Ruler. Does it have the letter U? Yes, it does at the middle of the word U small. Nurse. Yes, it does. U small at the middle of the word. Quilt. Yes, it does. U small at the middle of the word. Under. Yes, it does. U capital at the beginning of the word. Ruler. Yes, it does. U small in the middle of the word. Uniform. Yes, it does. Of course, it does have the letter U at the beginning of the word. It's U capital. Now let's go the next letter. V. V capital, V small. V capital, V small. Now, what's the sound of the letter V? It's V. V. Okay, this is the sound of the letter V. V, vegetables. V, vegetables. Repeat after me. V, vase. V, vase. V, vase. V, van. V, van. V, violet. V, violet. V, violet. V, vessel. V, vessel. V, vessel. Now, how do we write the letter V? V capital and V small are identical. They are the same. They only differentiate in their size. Look, V capital is big. V small, it's small, right? Now, V capital comes between the first line and the third line. V, we go down, then we go back up. We go down, then we go back up between the first line and the third line. V small comes between the second line and the third line. We start from the second line, we go down, then we go back up. We go down, then we go back up. Now, do V capital or V small ever reach the fourth line? They never reach the fourth line. Thank you. Now, let's find the letter V. V capital or V small? V capital or V small? Now, V, vegetables. V, vegetables. Does it have the letter V? Yes, it does at the beginning of the word V capital. Now, vase. Vase. Does it have the letter V? Of course it does. The first letter of the word V, vase. V capital. Nest. No, it does not have the letter V. Ruler. Does it have the letter V? No, it does not. Dove. Yes, it does at the middle of the word V small. Van. Yes, it does. V capital at the beginning of the word. Strive. Strive. Does it have the letter V? Yes, it does. V small at the middle of the word. Under. Does it have the letter V? No, it does not. Very. Yes, it does. V capital at the beginning of the word. Drive. Yes, it does have the letter V at the middle of the word. V small. Now let's go to the next letter. W. W capital and W small. W capital, W small. What's the sound of the letter W? It's W. The letter W's sound is W. Now, W, whale. Come on, repeat after me. W, whale. W, watch. W, watch. W, window. W, window. W, water. W, water. W, wolf. W, wolf. W, woman. W, woman. Now, how do we write the letter W? The W capital comes between the first and the third line. W small comes between the second and the third line. Now, W capital, we go down, then we go back up. Then we go back down, then we go back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. W small starts at the second line. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are identical. They look the same. The only difference is the size, their size. W capital is so big, but W small is so small. W capital, W small. Now, let's find the letter W. W capital or W small. Window. Yes, of course it has. Does it have the letter W? Yes, it has the letter W. It has two W's. W capital and W small. W capital and W small. W capital at the beginning of the word and W small at the end of the word. Jewel. Jewel. Does it have the letter W? Yes, at the middle of the word. W small. Nest. Does it have the letter W? No, it does not. Woman. It has the letter W at the beginning of the word. W capital. So. Does it have the letter W? Yes. At the end of the word. W small. Van. Does it have the letter W? No, it does not. Well. Does it have the letter W? Yes, it does. The first letter W capital. Under. Does it have the letter W? No, it does not. Wolf. Yes, it does have the letter W. W capital at the beginning of the word. Watch. W capital at the beginning of the word. Now, let's go to the next letter. X. X. X capital X. Small. X capital X. Small. Now, what's the sound of the letter X? The sound of the letter X is X. X. Okay, this is the sound of the letter X. X xylophone. X xylophone. X xylophone. X X-ray. X X-ray. Now, how do we write the letter X? X capital and X small are identical. They look the same. The only difference is their size. X capital is so big, X small is so small. Now, X capital comes between the first and the third line. X small comes between the second and the third line. Now, how do we write X capital? We start from the left, we go down, 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 then we draw another line from the right, and it goes down, down, down to the left. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, X small is the same. The only difference is size and the place. It comes between the second and the third line. 1, 2, 1, 2. They never reach the fourth line. Never, never, never. X capital or X small, they never reach the fourth line. Now, let's find the letter X. Xylophone. Yes, of course it has the letter X. At the beginning of the word X. Capital. Nest. Does it have the letter X? No, it does not. Woman. Woman. Does it have the letter X? No, it does not. Axe. Axe. Does it have the letter X? Yes, it does. At the middle of the word X. Small. Wolf. Wolf. Does the word wolf have X in it? No, it does not. X-ray. X-ray. Does it have the letter X? Yes, it does. X capital at the beginning of the word. Now, let's start with the next letter. Y. Y. Y capital, Y small. Y capital, Y small. What's the sound of the letter Y? It's Y. Y. The sound of the letter Y is Y. Y, yellow. Y, yellow. Come on, repeat after me. Y, yellow. Y, yo-yo. Y, yo-yo. Y, yo-yo. Y, yacht. Y, yacht. Y, yogurt. Y, yogurt. Now, how do we write the letter Y? Y capital and Y small. Y capital comes between the first line and the third line. Y small comes between the second line and the third line. Okay, Y small reached the fourth line, but Y capital does not reach the fourth line. Okay, how do we write Y capital? 1, 2, 3. This is how we draw or write Y capital. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, how do we write Y small? We start from the second line. We go down, then we go to the right, then we go back up, then we go down, 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 then we draw a slide. We go back up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, let's find the letter Y. Y capital or Y small. Now, xylophone. Does it have the letter Y? Yes, it does. The second letter. Y small. Key. Does it have the letter Y? Yes, it does. The last letter Y small. Yellow. Does it have the letter Y? Yes, it does. Y capital at the beginning of the word. So, does it have the letter Y? No, it does not. Army. Does it have the letter Y? Yes, it does. At the end of the word, we have Y small. Yo-yo. Does it have the letter Y? Yes, it does. Y capital at the beginning and Y small in the middle. Yogurt. Yogurt. Y capital at the beginning of the word. Here it is. I. Does it have the letter Y? Yes, it does. Y small in the middle of the word. At the middle of the word. X-ray. X-ray. Does it have the letter Y? Yes, it does. At the end of the word. Y small. Now let's go to the last letter in the English alphabet. X, Y, Z. X, Y, Z. Z is the last letter. Z. Z capital, Z small. Z capital, Z small. Now, what's the sound of the letter Z? The sound of the letter Z is Z. Z. Okay? This is the sound of the letter Z. Z, come on, repeat after me. Z, zebra. Z, zebra. Z, zero. Z, zero. Z, zoo. Z, zoo. Look, Z, Z, double O, zoo. Z, zoo. Z, zigzag. Z, zigzag. Now, how do we write the letter Z? Now, both Z capital and Z small, they are identical. They look the same. The only difference is their size. Z capital is very big. Z small is so small. Okay? Z capital comes between the first and the third line. Z small comes between the second and the third line. Now, neither of Z capital nor Z small, they do not reach the fourth line. They do not reach the fourth line. Now, how do we write Z capital? We start from the left. We go down side to the, we go back side to the right side. Then we go down towards the left. Then we go back to the right side. 1, 2, 3. We start from the first line and we end at the third line. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now Z small is the same. It's different in its place. It comes between the second and the third line. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Now, let's find the letter Z. Z capital, Z small. Z capital. Now, Z capital or Z small. Zoo. Does the word zoo have the letter Z in it? Yes, it does. Zoo. The first letter, Z capital. Key. Does the word key have the letter Z in it? No, it does not. Yellow. Does the word yellow have the letter Z in it? No, it does not. Yellow. Zero. Zero. Yes, it does have the letter Z. The first letter capital Z. Yo-yo. Yo-yo. Does it have the letter Z? No, it does not. I. Does the word I have the letter Z in it? No, it does not. Zebra. Zebra. Yes. The first letter is Z. Zebra. Now, we finished our English alphabet. We finished it. We just took the last letter, which is Z. Now, your homework is please write these letters in small form. P, Q, R, T, V, W, X, Y. Write, please, next to each letter of those the small form. P capital, I want P small. Q capital, I want Q small. R capital, I want R small, etc. Okay? Now, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, inshallah.